Okay, recording started. Stream started. Oh boy, howdy. Welcome to Not Horsing Around. Because, you know, life's been a little crazy recently. We are a little short on casting due to, well, you can tell in the stream title, there's been some corona-related issues that have shown up recently. So, I'm just going to be chilling, playing some Minecraft, and I hope you'll join me in chilling out and lasting out this whole virus bullshit. It's definitely going to be a lot different. Hello. Who is this?
It's Justin.
Oh my god. Gonzo.
What's up?
What's up, bro? You trying to get in on this Feed the Beast life?
Bro, I'm already here.
Bruh. Hell yeah.
Actually, I'm a little too here. I don't really know what else I want to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, that's how these mod packs usually go.
No, but like I did it. I did it all.
You done it all. You done
I
did it. Yeah. I was just sitting in our little lair, trying to set up this whole stream thing, and then a creeper just walked up and didn't blow me up, thankfully, but blew up like two of our completely filled chests. So now I've got to clean that up. So that's fun.
Little janitorial duty.
Yeah. Unfortunately. How you been doing, Justin?
I'm pretty good. I've been, here in Rochester, quarantined, basically, by the fact that there's nothing to do.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
There's this.
There's always Minecraft. Minecraft will always be here for us. Yeah, I mean, we get another week off for spring break. That's that's cool.
Yeah.
Fun and cool. But yeah, then all our classes are going online. Spring break too. But then all our classes are going online after that. Are you you're gonna stick around in the dorms, I assume?
The province,
right?
I guess. I mean,
Run out.
I don't really have anything else to do.
True. Very true. There should be another chest here. Why is there not another chest? This is concerning. Somehow, it blew up two chests, but there's only three. Like there were two double-wide chests, but I'm only holding three regular sized chests in my inventory, and I've walked around this fucking mass of shit multiple times. I have no idea.
We'll start putting stuff in like the chests and then see if you find it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do now. See what happens. Oh, Jack's growing pineapples. That's don't know why I didn't expect that.
That sounds
CBH.
like Jack.
Yeah, sounds par for the course. Oh god.
Your mom's par for the course.
Oh
Nice.
my god.
Boom!
Mr.
Boom!
Beekman.
Boom!
I'm waiting for it. He's been here for like 30 seconds.
The perfect opportunity to
Strike.
swoosh right
Fade
in.
back into the shadows.
How you doing, Beeks?
I'm doing pretty well, I guess.
All right. Good, always good to hear. You know, this would actually be a perfect opportunity for you to go off on your evolution of close combat shooting and the philosophical differences between hostage rescue and CQB techniques. If you'd
Fortunately, it would be a lot easier if I was in a room with a blackboard that I could draw in for visual aids, but I guess I could do that.
We can pull up a Blackboard app if you want. I literally do not care what happens today because nothing is happening today. So,
Wait, how are we gonna do this? How am I gonna draw if you're streaming?
I'll pull up a screen. Like I have my double screen monitor or whatever. I can flip the screen over to a display that has the Blackboard app running, and
Okay.
we could go to online Blackboard or online whiteboard. Nah, let's do Blackboard. Blackboard more. Blackboard.com. That's not what we want. what is Blackboard Online? How to succeed online? Okay. How a digital blackboard. There we go. All right. Digital chalkboard, Amazon.com, mydigitalchalkboard.org. No, there's definitely just super simple apps that you should just be able to hop into. I don't know where. Why is this so hard to find?
Webwhiteboard.com.
All right, let's use that then.
I just typed in.
This is taking a hot minute to load here.
Indeed.
Drop all of this shit in.
And then you just send me the link.
All right, create a free whiteboard. What the fuck? Why is it using the gear Pokemon from like Gen 5 as this loading icon? Expires in 21 day. Please. Anyone?
Oh, it's Nicholas Blacks did all the crime, Mercadante.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
welcome to my stream. Very cool. Very brave of you to just full send that.
I knew it was gonna happen. I knew. I had an inkling and I knew it was gonna happen.
What's going on?
Julian would just come in here immediately and just be like, drop some fat, spicy content.
That's what
Why?
it
What's
does.
going on?
Today's podcast.
That's what the man-
Podcast? Are you doing a podcast?
It's just me.
So you're
playing
doubling
Minecraft.
down on how much you hate black people.
Pretty
No,
much.
don't hate black people, Twitch mods. Please don't.
You gave up
Oh,
on a
you don't.
blackboard for a whiteboard.
And the hits keep coming.
I was looking for a blackboard, okay? I couldn't
Uh-huh.
find any though. All right, damn. Anyways, all right, I have the blackboard up. I sent you a link, Beaks.
Roger.
The blackboard? What's the blackboard for?
He's gonna talk to us about close quarters combat techniques and how they've evolved over time.
Mercadante is finally broken down.
It's true.
Because of the extreme lack of other content, he's bowing to my whims.
This is what it's come to. It's really just come down to this.
I like your haircut.
Thanks, man. It's pretty average, I would say, but it gets the job done. So,
I mean, if you're okay with a black barber, they'll do your hair well. I know you don't want them touching you because you think they'll burn your skin, but
Twitch mods, please don't ban me. This is not true. These are lies and slander and incorrect.
Oh man.
Nicholas, I want to own a Kia so everyone knows what kind of person I am.
Nope.
All right. Let's do a little.
Anyway, I'm gonna go watch interracial porn because I'm not racist. See you
Okay.
guys later.
It's been fun.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Actually, you're on. Is this a public Minecraft server?
This is not. This is a private Minecraft server.
Oh, okay. That's unfortunate.
Sorry.
No wonder you don't have any content.
Damn, dude, come on. Let me live a little. Fuck.
Also, what's wrong with your stream?
What do you mean? What's the issue with
Why
it?
is it streaming at like 220 p? Beekman, take a look at this.
Hang on. Let me...
Even when I put in 1080p quality, you got like... No, don't pause it. Even when I put in 1080p continue moving. That's how bandwidth works.
God damn it.
No, don't pause it.
Even
Even when I put in 1080p
looks fine to me.
continue moving.
I
Well,
think
because
that's
he's
not
on
an
a
issue with
static screen. He's on a static screen. Now,
Yeah,
hold on, start moving.
Yeah, alright, I'm moving.
Like, you see how grainy it is as he moves?
That's just Minecraft.
No, it's. I'm looking at H264 and code blocks. Like,
yeah. Now that you mention it, ooh, that's a little.
I don't know what the... I think I was because I was trying to stream Siege and like it would just shit the bed if I was like.
Let me look at
outputting
your
too
OBS
much.
settings. Let me fix your life. Okay.
All right. This is the
Jesus
stream now.
fucking Christ.
So I've got the encoder.
Why is your bitrate 2.5 kilobits per second?
Because I think if I put it up any higher, it starts shitting the bed.
Well, that's why you're shitting the bed.
No, I mean like it's gonna stutter if I put it up any
Wait
higher.
a second. This is a multiplayer match. I can see Mandy984 is now sleeping.
Yeah, no, this is a private server, but there's multiple people on it. Like Justin's playing as well.
Justin, let me post in chat.
That's a little too dangerous.
Well, too
Yeah, this is
extreme.
awful. I'm like getting motion sick looking at you stream.
Okay, so how do I fix it, Mr. Stream Master? Do I gotta up my what bitrate should I be
Yeah,
using?
get that up to 10K.
That's definitely not going
Just
to work.
do it. Liberal, do it. Listen to me.
No, I'll do 3,000. How about that?
That's not gonna be any better.
All right. It's looking
You have to
like
stop and start again.
it's getting sent out on my end. It looks like it's getting sent out on my end fine.
So you okay, I'm gonna explain to you how video encoding works. Okay?
All right.
Every frame they do a diff of the previous frame.
Yeah.
If nothing has changed in a section, there's no need for that to be encoded. And
Yeah.
you set a max bitrate of 2,500. If you're on the same screen at 4K and you move it to the next frame, it's the same screen, you will send all 4,000, all 4K resolution. Okay?
Yeah.
So it looks great. When you start moving, when there's a diff, that bitrate has to be used to show what's moving between the frames. So when you stop moving and then you look at it in your Twitch app and you're like, oh, it looks fine to me, that's because you stopped moving. Just look at a
Interesting.
clip on twitch.com. Like, clip it and then look at it and you'll be like, oh, that's trash.
Yeah. No, okay. Yeah. All right. So I need to stop streaming to get the bitrate change to affect itself. Oh, fuck.
Whoa.
Also, Beaks, if you're ready, I can just flip over to your screen, and then this won't be an issue at all because it's just gonna be a whiteboard.
Oh, whiteboard this time. Oh.
Beakman suggested the whiteboard. All right, I was looking for a blackboard. I couldn't find one because there's this fucking Blackboard Academy that is not.
Here, click
is a
streaming.
Blackboard.
Click streaming.
Yeah.
Click, okay, and set preset away from max performance. Set the preset. Change the preset
Yeah.
to quality.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quality.
And now bump up your bitrate to 5,000 and then
Okay.
stop your stream and start it again.
Okay. All right.
Because you're running Minecraft, and this game can run on like an African one laptop per child. All right, you'll be fine.
All right. All right.
And then you have to stop the stream and start again to get the encoder running.
Yeah.
You know what I bet Minecraft cannot run on though, Jules?
What?
Connor Monahan's computer.
That's absolutely true.
Fucking particle effects would bring it to its end. You just wouldn't be able to see anything.
All right.
Oh my god, the smoke!
Restarting the stream. Okay. Alright. Stream is restarted. You should see it now.
But now look at it.
Wow. Oh my god.
So many more pixels. It's blowing your mind.
Yeah.
Alright.
Great. There you
Also,
go.
Where did I lose the beds? Are the beds gone?
That's gone.
How did I lose beds? That should not. I had them. They were right over here. Oh my god. They despawned. The fucking beds despawned. Oh no. This is bad.
Does this server have block protection?
It does, but I don't know if I don't
I
think we set
bet.
up an area for it.
I bet. Let me on.
No. 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 We also lost a fucking thermal.
Justin, give me the info.
What? What?
Give me the info for the server.
I don't have a bed to
Okay.
sleep in. Justin,
Wow.
this isn't your server to share. Damn.
Wow.
Whose server is it?
Wow.
It's,
He just
I think it's
caved,
Collins.
Frickanate. He just caved.
Yeah, I can give Colin $20 and let me on the server. Spawn me with
Jules didn't
TNT.
even have to break out any of those Jordanian enhanced interrogation techniques.
Yeah.
But does he know what mod pack it is?
That's easy. It's the same one everybody uses.
Probably. I mean, yes.
I mean, yes. Yeah.
Fuck.
If I give Hudson the stream in 5 seconds, he'll set up a whole Minecraft instance for me. Like, it's fine.
What can I do? the least I can do is get myself some more.
Beaks, are we gonna play Naval War Thunder?
Probably not. I was gonna get deep into F-22 Total Air War today after this.
Oh my god, you suck. You suck. I like how I play War Thunder again. Got me back into it. And then I'm like, I want to play War Thunder. I want to play War Thunder. You're like, not my particular kind of War Thunder.
Yeah. Boats are the least interesting to me. I'm
It
sorry,
has
bro.
planes in it. You can still fly the plane.
Yeah, but
Oh, that's a witch. Oh, bro.
I don't have any good like planes for anti-ship action. Dropping torps.
A bomber?
Hey, Mickey, where you at?
Me?
Yeah.
He is at X148, Z1048, Y66.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I really
Wait,
should set up
both 148?
X148, Z1051, Y66. Oh, you don't even need the height, right? You just need
Nah.
the accuracy.
You just need the position to call in the airstrike.
Exactly. I'm on my way.
Tomahawk cruise missile.
I am the airstrike.
It's okay. He's gonna die anyway.
I am. It's kind of sad. I'm just trying to fill up this blood altar, and I'm gonna get destroyed.
Blood altars, huh?
So this man was
Man,
bored of
Minecraft
magic.
sure got satanic.
Yeah. I don't know. I just want to make a bazooka, and I need to do blood sacrifices to get. A
You don't
bazooka,
need to
so.
make a blood, bro. You can just buy those. The fucking they're Bofors Corporation in Sweden will sell you some anti-tank weapon. You probably don't need to make any blood sacrifice. Just say you're committed to the fight against global extremism, and the State Department will understand it. Don't worry.
Oh.
Aw, creeper.
I don't know if Twitch will understand though when they use my account for endorsing.
I like that. They
I
won't-
don't know. It sounds like if they're banning you, it sounds like Twitch is Caliphate sympathizers. Did
I
you
believe that Twitch is helping ISIS.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Seems legit. Seems like they're a legitimate threat to the state. Oh, hey, Justin. Oh, that's
Yeah.
a really cool armor set you've got on. Or is that
It's
just
the blood
your
magic one.
skin?
No, it's the blood magic armor.
Oh, that's super cool, actually.
Beekman, did you ever play Minecraft?
I
Wait,
played
you
a
gotta-
little bit
I
of
gotta
it
get
very
over
early
here,
on
Justin.
when it was a
In dev.
well, yeah, when it was
I
big.
need those. I need them to
Because
sacrifice.
it was starting to get big when I went to college, but I don't know. It was just never my cup of tea.
Just do self-sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that
Yeah,
takes forever.
self-sacrifice.
Because I have unlimited health.
No, kill yourself.
Use Botania to get unlimited health.
You're just wiping the floor with these fucking mobs.
Fine, don't want to be killing.
Yeah, I just want them to walk in here. I made this whole special
taking a
room.
week,
Oh
though.
my god, he's got chainmail on, bro. Come over here, zombie. Ow, fuck. Alright. Killed his ass.
Your blood altar isn't filling up, dude.
Yeah, well, I need to have them come into a certain radius to get sacrificed. Here. Although it kind of sucks because I don't get any extra loot drops. Oh my god. Bro. Holy fuck. Thanks. You just gave me so much fucking blood.
I'm bored. I need something to do.
Okay. Do you want to help me make this bazooka then?
What bazooka?
The energy bazooka. That's part of the bloodcraft.
Oh, the blaster thing?
Yeah. Well, it evolves from the blaster. Alright, I need the screamer inside right now.
There's no way you have a high enough blood orb.
I do. Well, it only needs an apprentice to get the energy.
To get
blaster.
the energy blaster, but you need a archmage or beyond to get the bazooka.
Are you sure? That's not what it is.
Yes, I literally just looked.
I thought it was interchangeable.
Well, like it's changeable between archmage and higher.
Oh yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying.
That's kind of quirky.
I'll just get the blaster first then. All right. And the blaster by itself is already a fucking process because you got to make the binding ritual shit, and that's
Why do you need a
I have
bazooka?
one.
huh? I don't need anything. You don't need to do anything in Minecraft. It's something I saw in the fucking mod like item menu. And I was just like, I want to do that. That's my goal for this run. That and making an excellent fishing farm.
Why don't you make a computer?
I think Jack's actually doing that. He's got a microchip in here? Inscriber Engineering Press, but
Oh.
uh,
I made Paul Ugolini cry like 3 years ago.
oh, by
He
doing
made a
what?
computer. And he had block protection on, but
Mhm.
he didn't realize that you could just plant as much TNT around the area. So he had a thing that teleported shit to the computer.
You don't by chance have a
Based,
bed, do you?
just
on
make
me.
one.
Yeah.
Bro, it's 3 wool.
I don't. There's no fucking sheep around here, bro.
Then use 12 string.
All right, yeah, I need to go to the lines. I'm so mad that it's despawned. It's so fucked up.
Can I have your yellow right?
What?
Can I have your yellow right?
I don't. It's not mine to give. It's Jack's.
Where's Jack?
Not online.
Jack Cereal.
Yeah, Jack Sorial.
We got the full cavalcade of racists.
Jesus Christ.
The most racist of them all, Justin.
At least I admit it.
See, exactly.
Stop! Alrighty.
Is it Operation Ban Nick? Because he also has hentai on his wall for some reason.
That's Persona. It's not hentai.
It looks like Shadman, dude. So.
What are you talking about?
Go to Google real quick.
I know who Shadman is.
Oh, so you do watch hentai? Okay.
You don't need to watch it to know who the person is. Also, Beekman has started to draw his rectangular room. I'll switch the screen over if you're ready, Mr. Beeks.
I am ready. I am ready.
Okay. We're switching over to Beekman's presentation on CQB and its evolution throughout the ages.
Okay, I gotta go. Bye.
This might be a while. But I'm ready to learn.
You ready to learn?
Yes, I am ready to learn.
Okay. I'm just checking the stream to make sure we're switched over, but obviously I'm behind.
You should be.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
You should be good.
So,
Yeah.
CQB, close quarters battle, or mount, or fish if you're a weird British person, or fibula, or whatever acronym you use to describe is, basically close quarters battle, essentially combat, usually characterized by short duration, extremely violent action in close distance circumstance.
Okay.
And even though a lot of it is associated with being in an urban area or being in a building or a structure, it can be anything from a jungle environment or cave fighting or fighting inside, but most commonly people associate with fighting inside urban structures, urban areas.
As one does, yeah. Within like 5 feet of each other, within close proximity.
And the other thing to know about it is associated with very high mortality rate. For a historical example, during the Battle of Stalingrad, there's a famous incident known as Pavlov's House, where Sergeant Pavlov in the Red Army and a platoon strength unit, roughly 25 to 30 guys, held a building for 60 days against continuous German attack. Forces much larger themselves. We're talking company and battalion sized elements.
Yeah, I have it pulled up on the screen right now.
So yes, so it's safe to say that CQB is very dangerous. One, because it generally favors the defender. Yeah. If you think about this room, for example, that I've driven, logically, the defender can position himself anywhere in the room, but logically, if we're taking advanced breaching techniques like breaching through walls or ceilings and stuff like that, out of the context for a moment, logically, the primary point of entry he knows, and it's very easy for him to cover. Whereas someone entering the room, targets can be positioned anywhere in this room. So it may surprise some people, even though cities have been along for a long time, and there's been urban combat has happened throughout the millennia. There hasn't been really a lot of dedicated tactics, largely because
You just kill the dude or you die. That's, you know, at a certain point, that's what it comes down to, right?
Yeah, but first of all, you know, when we're talking back the age of melee combat and spears, you know, it was like, you know, you were just swinging the sword around, and that's different, and there's a lot less, you know, small unit actions. You know, the unit maneuver was much larger than it is today in terms of the way infantry soldiers were divided into. Then once firearms come along, it's, you know, a lot of guys moving around in echelon and maximizing their firepower by being close together and having a sergeant or an officer control the rate of fire to ensure they get the most effect out of their muskets.
Right.
But, you know, once, you know, the 20th century happens and, you know, we start to get the advent of fully automatic weapons.
Yep. Some real fucking doomsday devices in the palm of our hands.
Yeah, and that. But even still, even with stuff like submachine guns, like the Thompson, and the stuff that would happen in the interwar years, and then the stuff that came out in World War II, there was not like a doctrine, there was not like a training focused on urban combat. You know, in the American way was generally what was figured out was, you know, you have your you throw through hand grenades into a room, and then you have your BAR gunner just step into the doorway and start laying it on heavy with the trigger. That was the general thing. But this started to change in the 1960s with the advent, you know, the sort of kind of inflaming and sort of what you might call the age of international terrorism. You know, hostage takings, airline hijackings became more and more common, and it became clear, most notably at the 1972 Munich Olympics, where the British police, not the British police, sorry, the German, West German police failed to rescue Israeli hostages being held by Palestinian terrorists. And it was evident that there needed to be units who could deploy specialized tactics to rescue hostages in these close circumstances. So that's where a lot of the first hostage rescue techniques were developed. The first sort of CQB sort of techniques designed for close quarters battles. And so, you know, there's a lot of stuff you get in the weeds on, but for now we'll sort of talk about the general premise of those tactics, which was sort of, you know, ironically the acronym for the British Special Air Service, one of the pioneers of these tactics. SAS also helps explain, you know, speed, aggression, and surprise. So, you know, essentially the idea was you wanted to put a stack of guys. Got a 4-man stack. Essentially the idea was you wanted to essentially clear the doorway, which, you know, a lot of people may call the fatal funnel, because if you're in the doorway, you can only move forward or backwards. You can't move side to side.
Right.
Also, you're preventing, if you're stuck in the doorway, you're preventing your teammates from getting in the room.
Gotcha.
And it's also, a doorway is just a nice bracket silhouette for you. You know, it's not very difficult to level an AK-47 or something in full auto and fire full auto at a doorway as you see people come to it. You know, it doesn't require a lot of marksmanship skill. So CV tactics were sort of primarily predicated on getting your guys into the room
as safely as possible.
Well, not as safely as possible, as fast as possible, so you could get all your firepower into the room, dominate the room, and kill and overwhelm the enemy with, you know, with the other part, which is aggression. You know, violence of action, essentially applying a, you know, aggressive purpose to what you're doing. You know, commit to the assault, commit to engaging
with extreme prejudice and all that.
Yes. And then the other person is surprise, which in the micro sense, you know, that's stuff like the flashbang grenades, stun grenades, other distraction devices in order to overwhelm it. And so this is because in a hostage rescue, generally the priority is obviously to rescue the hostages. And therefore the individual lives of your operators is perhaps lessened in that instance. So if you take casualties upon entering the room, that's an unfortunate byproduct because if they're shooting at you, they're not shooting at the hostages. That is generally the idea.
Gotcha. Okay.
So this is how a lot of these tactics evolved. The problem was the hostage rescue tactics like this apply in a sort of very specific circumstances. Guys take over an airliner, guys take over an embassy. Well, those are situations where, yes, the opposing force has control of a structure or an aircraft or maybe something like a subway train or a train, but you have a lot of control of these situations. You've locked them down in a perimeter, most likely.
Yeah.
You're restraining their movement.
Yeah.
You have some sort of negotiation team. You have a lot of time to rehearse and practice in assault. You may have blueprints of that structure or that airplane, so you know the entrances.
Getting as much
the
information
technical
as
detail.
You have
you have time to conduct pre-warfare, pre-assault briefings and all that stuff.
Right.
In experiences once the global war on terror started in places like Iraq, in Afghanistan, you didn't have a lot of this thing. You wouldn't necessarily know how many guys were on target. You wouldn't know what they were armed with. You wouldn't know the layout of a building. You might know what the building looks like on the outside and potential initial entry points, but you may not know the floor layout and where doors go, or is there a basement? Is there how many staircases do you have between floors? Things like that.
You're just kind of winging it.
So CQB tactics began to sort of change and evolve and be less about this sort of a very aggressive style, borne on by the objective of hostage rescue, which, by the way, is sort of, in terms of the realm of CQB tasks, that's the most dangerous, because the presence of the civilians greatly limits your techniques that you can apply. You're operating on the enemy's timetable because they may have set demands or something else, and they expect that you're coming.
Yeah.
They may not know when or what time or in what manner, but they expect you're coming.
Yeah.
So your hostage rescue takes away a lot of the advantages you have in a modern gunfighter on the urban battlefield. So really, what has become popular is sort of the technique known as limited entry, maybe called limited penetration, which is essentially clearing the room as much as you can from the outside before entering. So in this case, we have this box room with no windows and the single entrance, which is not necessarily the most realistic room, but for our examples. So essentially, I've got a single operator here.
Okay.
He's at the corner here.
Yeah.
You can see in this room and probably limited here by this blank corner. Okay. So you can see in.
He can check those corners, but those are the only
he can check. He can check the far corner. He can check the center of the room from this position.
Yep.
And then he can move and sort of pie. Pie off.
And he can sweep around
the room, and he can clear the opposite corner.
Yep.
And so at this point, he has cleared probably 85 to 90% of the room. The only thing he doesn't have are the sort of what you might call the cut, which are these sort of corners here that the wall prevents him from seeing.
Yeah. The danger.
Now, obviously, Now, obviously, in general, as a general rule of CQB, you don't want to do it alone. There are techniques for a single person clearing of a structure, but it's very slow, and you're taking a lot of like chances because you have one pair of eyes. You can only assess and search in one direction at a time.
Right.
And so even having one extra person makes this easier.
Makes a world of difference.
So in a team situation, now that they have cleared most of this room, if there's, say we have
I need some torches.
we have 2 guys. They could, for example, conduct what's called a button hook entry.
Okay. This is the button hook.
Which is one technique. There are a lot of different,
But of course,
options that people want. But this is the button hook. So essentially, whichever guy is the number 1 man conducts their entry to their direction, and the number 2 follows. And so, because they've cleared the rest of this room, they know, okay, we can focus on targets in these corners because we know this area is clear because we physically moved and visually inspected that area before entering. Whereas if they were doing perhaps the old, the classical style of CQB where it's like, okay, we're gonna button hook in, and then the rest of our team's gonna follow us in. If they just rush into the room without clearing out immediate threats, if there's a whoops, I meant to call
red for bogeys.
Yeah. If they don't clear out that immediate threat, he may engage, and the whole entry becomes a problem.
Becomes a clusterfuck, as it were.
Yes. Now, as I drew earlier, I drew for a 4-person. The 4-person stack was sort of for a long time the sort of the standard, and that sort of transferred over when the U.S. military started training its conventional army forces in CQB, partially because of necessity, because like the army squad is like generally 8 to 9 dudes, so like 2 stacks of 4 is pretty easy. The Marine Corps squad was 12 for a long time, so that's 3 stacks of 4. So it's like, oh, okay, that's an easy
doable
delineation. The fire team's already set up like that. It's easy to do that. The problem becomes
just going in circles, man.
Because buildings are not just rooms connected to each other, right? Buildings have a certain flow, and that flow is hallways.
Yes. And hallways are just, shooty, long shooty sections.
Yes, long shooty sections. You figured out the technical term.
Yeah. I'm somewhat of an expert myself. Somewhat of a CQB man myself.
So you got a hallway, and you got some doors. Hallway. And door.
Make a more clear path to the fucking mines.
Perhaps if I do this in the future, I'll find a whiteboard app that lets me just draw shapes. Or like,
I thought they did. Weren't you drawing like a rectangle at the beginning?
No, that was just me being very patient.
Oh.
You guys could just use Google Docs or something.
I could.
Yeah, just these slides.
Yeah. Well, this is a little more freeform, which is useful if I could think of an example that I haven't in a slide for. So you got your hallway.
Yeah.
So the problem is, if you got your 4 guy stack, I mean, 4 guys is a pretty good way to assault most rooms. Most rooms generally are laid out. Your average size rooms, obviously closets and stuff, you don't need to shove 4 people in there to clear the whole thing.
Right.
You can visually clear it with 1 person. But in a good-sized room, yeah, four big squad size. The problem is, if you've got your team of 4 guys here, you know, coming along the hallway, and then they all assault into this room. The problem is, you've left the hallway, which is, you know, if we think of them as the artery of a building, which everything travels along, you've left the hallway open.
Yep.
So while you're tooling up the enemy's friends in here, you know, these guys are getting killed. Oh god! Holy shit, Jim! Did you hear? It sounds like our friends are getting their shit pushed in over there in that room. So these guys can either, you know, maybe he steps out into the hallway. Maybe this guy pushes up to the door and holds a firing position on the door. And so when you come out, there's one exit to this room, and again, I pointed out how the defender's advantage, generally in CB situations, get fucked up. So this is why, generally, close quarter, you know, teams doing big close quarter battles, who are conducting a lot of these operations.
Yep.
You know, your JSOC special mission units like SEAL Team 6 or Delta Force or other soft units
Classics.
have moved to at least a 5-man, but preferably a 6-man team.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, the more the merrier. That makes sense.
Well, 6 is optimal because while the 4 guys go in, you've got 2 guys
watching the hallway
who can watch. If you have 5, you have 1, but that's problematic because you can only watch one direction. But 2 guys will have hallway security.
Yeah, and
one
then
guy's watching rear,
so they can check.
front.
One guy can check one side of the hall, and
yeah. So if anyone comes out in the hall, they can get engaged. They will get engaged by the hallway security guys.
Yeah.
And it also means you don't have to like consistently re-clear the hall each time with your 4-man stack. Because if you have a 4-man team, that's essentially what you have to do is stack up on, you know, the entrance you just went through to clear the room you just cleared, and then conduct the hallway clear. In this same time. And this way, then your hallway security guys can reform these 4 guys falling behind them. Then someone else is on hallway security and then conduct clearance of the next room and so on and so forth. Because, you know, hallways are the, yeah, if you control the hallway, you control the building.
You control at least the floor.
Yeah, you control that floor.
Yeah.
Staircases are a whole other complicated matter. Staircases suck.
Staircases, kind of ass.
And so yeah, so that's that sort of limited penetration mindset of like, we're gonna clear the room first because, you know, we don't know what's in there. We don't have the same kind of intelligence.
Yeah.
The enemy has gotten a little more crafty. Another thing is like, so what might happen is, if I erase this and just use this real here. Right. Just say we'll call this a corner fed room, but with a wall breach inside of it. Then another room that connects further up here. So this is an issue that that a team run is so if we look at the diagram I got here, we've got a tango in a room here. We've got an open room here, but there's a breach in the wall. So this guy, while you're advancing down the hallway,
right,
essentially has an angle on you. Yep. But he's not even in this room. He's in another room that he's made a hole through, and you know, this has been a real world scenario that teams run in, where they've run into guys who have made essentially knocked holes in walls, made mirth path, and had belt-fed PKM machine guns, and you know, who will just open up.
Some real Tatanka-like motherfuckers.
Basically. Yeah, but you know, just lighting up through your team.
Yeah. which is
And so it just
no bueno.
this is just sort of emblematic of why CQB is so dangerous, because
all these risk vectors that you have to prepare for.
All these risk vectors, it sort of mitigates the advantage your training has, because generally, as we've seen, the data has shown in Afghanistan battlefields, the opposing forces that American troops, and particularly American Special Operations troops, oppose, the standard of marksmanship is not that great. So in ranged engagements, if we're putting one Delta Force soldier against some your average ISIS fighter, if there is such a thing.
The average Joe ISIS fighter.
At the end of 2 football fields, 200 yards, your money is probably on the Delta Force operator to, even if they're armed with the same weapon, even if you give them both a standard iron-sighted AK, in terms of the training and the ability to apply a marksmanship fundamentals, I'm probably going to say the Delta Force operator is going to get a hit on his target before the ISIS fighter can successfully engage him.
Yeah.
When you get into these close environments, anyone can shoot at 5, 10, 15 feet. Like, anyone can shoot. You don't have to be that good at the fundamentals to hit a man-sized target. And then it becomes even more things when you consider, you could get shot through walls, you could get, engaged blind fire around corners, explosives, grenades. Your movement is limited. So
yeah, I'm assuming explosives are also just a large portion of any CQB.
Yeah, but again, if you're looking at it from the American perspective, like, what if there are non-combatants in these rooms? You can't just frag. You carrying enough frag grenades and other explosives to throw one into every room you come across is just not a logistical reality.
Right.
Not because hand grenades are expensive, but just carrying that many hand grenades is just not practical.
Yeah. Unwieldy.
And then also, fragging non-combatants generally reflects
frowned upon. Yeah.
It reflects poorly morally, but in terms of the effects on the battlefield, that's probably not going to help your cause in terms of the local populace's opinion of you if you're peppering women and children with M67 frag grenade shrapnel.
Oh boy, yeah. Makes sense. Pretty straightforward. Don't hit the women and children. Generally a good line of thinking.
Yeah.
But if there is confirmed no non-combatants in there, then if you have the resources, then line them up. Oh shit. Do you see anything on the horizon, I guess, of CQB tactics that is just coming into play?
On the horizon. I think a lot, I think the ability, as unmanned systems become cheaper, more expensive, and maybe more feasible to conduct sort of improvised reconnaissance. I think a lot of it, though, is just getting these more advanced techniques and tactics down to the individual soldier as the reality. I mean, because it's been a shift. Because in the 80s and 90s, urban combat was not on
anybody's
military's mind. Like, in the Army, they were like, yeah, if you're in an infantry battalion, you come up against a city, we're just going to strong point that with troops around it, and you're going to bypass it. And if there's anything that needs to be done in the city, that's going to be done by, like, Army Rangers or Special Forces. Like, don't fuck with cities. But the reality is that
we're running into a lot more cities now.
Well, a lot more cities, and just like there are not enough of those. There are just not enough of those guys to make that urban combat skill set their exclusive domain. Like, you just. So I think a lot of tactics, it's a lot of equipment. Has to change. It's interesting to note that the Army Special Operations Command, who oversees their rifles, they've switched all their M4 upper receivers to 11.5-inch barrels because at this point they've concluded that with advances in ammunition design and projectile design, you can get a bullet that is generally effective out to decent 300-400 meters, which is pretty much the effective range band for the standard 14.5-inch M4. But now you can run a shorter barrel, and while that short barrel also is more maneuverable in close spaces, it also gives you space to mount suppressors, which I don't know if anyone has ever listening to this has ever had the distinct pleasure of firing a weapon indoors. Is not great if you don't have hearing protection on. And while over the year, hearing protection comms headsets are pretty common, it's still like the concussive force of firing an unsuppressed rifle.
Yeah, it'll
indoors.
fuck you up.
Yeah, it is distracting.
Disorienting.
And CQB just being distracted and disoriented doesn't generally bode well. So that's a big thing. So I think
Generally,
that would be a smart direction to go. I think it would be a smart direction to go. I think honestly a 11.5 or a 12.5-inch barreled M4 variant with a suppressor and either a 1-to-6 low power variable optic or a red dot or an EOTech sight with the magnifier systems that are out today. I think that's the closest you're going to get to a sort of ideal general purpose, good for the
Most
sort
scenarios.
of traditional infantry engagement of I'm shooting guys at 300 meters, at range, and then I need to go into this house and conduct clear this house or clear the structure, whatever I need to do. 12.5 gives you that same approximate length with that suppressor on as the old M4 or 16-inch rifle. But just in a just the net, because once you start like hanging suppressors off 16-inch or 20-inch guns, like God forbid you had to put a suppressor on the old M16 A4s and stuff like that, like you just fucking musket level, just like, oh god, this is very unwieldy.
Yeah.
Unwieldy, just long just getting caught on door frames and shit like that, and that's just stuff that you don't want to have to deal with.
Generally a bad time. Makes sense. I have been educated. Thank you,
Yes.
Professor Beekman.
But obviously this is a very, very sort of
A 101, a crash course. All that jazz.
Yes. I guess, CQB tactics are interesting. And it's interesting to see it develop in a military or law enforcement context. Obviously, the applications for the civilian who, maybe considering self-defense, less low. Because generally you're alone.
Yeah,
Generally, you're alone when in a self-defense situation. You're not operating with a team. You're also not generally jocked up in body armor. You don't have comms, radio. You're not wearing nods. You don't have all these. I mean, you can buy all these things. These are actually absolutely available to Joe Schmo. It's just like you also generally have a team who you train with regularly.
Yeah, you don't have your wife and 2.5 kids as your 5 stack.
as your so I mean, I think perhaps there are instructors who would give some insight into conducting a single room-to-room clearance operation, which you may have to do in the evidence that if you're in a home defense situation and for whatever reason someone breaks in and you think there's
rooms that need to
reason to believe that there's a violent threat to you and you're not with your family. You want to obviously secure your children or your loved ones. But if you're a bachelor living in your apartment at home, probably your best bet if someone is to like
call the police and leave.
Well, no, not just barricade in your room, because again, the CQB, as we talked about,
you're on the defender side.
You're defender side. So if the guy wants to come in your bedroom and go toe to toe with whatever weapon you have, then that's, his prerogative. As long, make him aware of that. Obviously, say, hey, I have a gun. Don't come in here, and I've called the police. That's a smart thing. But like again, apply tactics to your advantage, because trying to clear rooms to find a guy, that on that one-on-one situation is just
not a great time.
Sketchy proposition. Sketchy proposition in a lot of ways. But CB tactics is an interesting subject regardless.
Yeah, I'm glad you've enlightened us as into just a tip of
pretty
what
neat.
is out there, the situation, and how things are handled in these live combat scenarios, and how it's evolved over time. Because the combat world is always changing. So.
And also, like, technology has evolved. Their training systems, simunitions, rounds, and stuff like that for weapons make it easier to do live training with live people, force on force. Where you can get real. You can put big targets in a house all day long, and shoot no shoots, and that's certainly helpful. But that's not the reality of people moving around, making noise, human opponents. Trying to shoot you. So I think a lot of that has allowed people to realize a lot of these things without having to do it the hard way, which is unfortunately what a lot of American and NATO military units had to do, because they learned a lot of these lessons because shit went bad in a house somewhere in Iraq or Afghanistan. And, they lost people.
They got the post-mission report, but you can't bring the people back from that, so...
Yeah, whereas, you get hit by some sim rounds, you get some bruises and some bruised pride, but, you can ultimately say, oh, okay, well, that doesn't work. So as far, urban development, I think you'll see technology in terms of trying to gain more intelligence and give people the best picture. But urban... especially as we talk about war combat in a mega city, in a really big urban environment, sort of the house-to-house fighting may be emblematic of sort of what's happened recently in places like Mosul, and places like Fallujah. There's going to be still situations where guys are just gonna have to go into a building and clear it, and so in that case they need to be apprised of the latest tactics and techniques and be confident in their application of them to succeed.
Right. Know what you're doing.
I have a really good PDF if anyone is interested.
You can drop it in the Twitch chat if you want.
I have it saved on my computer. I don't have a web link to it. But it is long. It's like, how long is this? It's 111 pages.
Jesus Christ.
And again, it's even that is very surface level. Like, if you really want to apply this stuff, you obviously are going to have to seek some sort of professional instruction.
Yeah.
From someone who has
had some experience.
All right. Yeah, who has some experience. But yeah, that's a basic overview of
the evolution of CQB. In a related fields, have you played the Operation Void Edge, or played Siege since it came out?
I played a little a few days ago. Haven't really. Yana seems very useful. Just the, a recon gathering ability, and also the sort of ability to just surprise and confuse defenders, reveal defender positions, but by getting them to shoot at the drone. It just seems that intel gathering is very important in Siege. So. That ability, and just having it recharges, so she can't really run out. Like you can get both your drone shot.
That's definitely like huge that she can just recharge it over time.
Yeah.
And so you're always on your toes. They really kind of that whole character, just by existing, really kind of fucks over Alibi's whole like prowess.
Yeah, Alibi can reveal exactly where positions are.
Yeah.
And like Alibi also, by being on the team, sort of, she hides who runouts are, which can be important in certain situations.
This is true.
Well, yeah, it is interesting to see them put a more functional. I mean, the other thing is Alibi can deploy her things, and she's not vulnerable.
Right.
With her, Ayana is defenseless while using her gadget. So if you run up on her and she's, off in hologram land, then she's done. So, but yeah, it is certainly a more active. I think it also is because sort of Alibi gadget has been in the game for a while, and sort of people have become accustomed to the sort of a lot of the base level tricks of oh, I see a barricade broken and then an Alibi standing square in front of it, and it's just like, okay, that's probably an enemy.
Yeah.
Unless someone is ballsy enough to just stand there.
they just fucking dick out, just fucking doing it to them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I personally am definitely more privy to picking up Oryx just because of the fucking raw potential to just fuck around with attackers as they're zooming in.
Oh yeah. There was a guy who was playing Oryx and he made Monty give him his lunch money. It was pretty. he just charged him and it was just like, oh.
Yeah,
goodbye, Monty.
It is not a good time to be a Monty main right now, honestly.
Shield mains, yeah.
Get a little bit dick down.
The shield gameplay was always weird for me in Rainbow Six Siege, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know how, like, part of me wants to get like really into Siege this season. Like, I want to actually like get into ranked and like progress TM. But I
never was much interested in ranked. I'm fine just playing the unranked rule set and stuff like that. Just because I don't know, I'm not interested in these sort of a lot of the vibe people get in ranks sometimes about. I'm just more interested in trying to do and have fun with it. I mean, I'm not goofing around, or I guess, or fucking, griefing people or anything like that. But sometimes I want to I want to play a different operator, and that's not necessarily the optimal team comp or whatever.
Yeah, just throwing a little fuse for some fun,
Mumbo fuse. Yeah.
How's the corona been affecting you?
Me?
Yeah.
Not a whole lot. I mean, I already work from home, so.
Yeah, you're in an ideal scenario, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is pretty much what I do already.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's like if this week is gonna be very weird for me. I don't know if you feel the same, Justin, but like with the extra week of spring break, like I'm gonna feel like, oh man, I have things I need to do, but like you don't really, because really now it's on the teachers to figure out what the fuck is going on with the rest of their semester. Cause
I don't know, like I'm already going crazy. It's like I need something to do.
Yeah.
Luckily, assembly labs still do, and that will take all of my time.
Fuck you. Your extra spring break week, you're still gonna do shit. Which I guess, yeah, like that's fair.
It was already due. Like, I don't expect Philip White to change anything.
The man has a set schedule, and he's going to make you follow it. On God.
I'm just interested in like the longer term, like things like jobs and stuff.
Yeah, so something that Joshim was discussing the other day while we were I just got back from Canada on Friday. We went to like a ski resort there. It's like 13 of us, I think, and that was a good time. We had a really nice cabin with like a hot tub and 3 floors and stuff to fuck around with. So that was a lot of fun. But we got the announcement on, it was Thursday, right?
Wednesday about the Europe?
Wednesday. Well, no, the announcement that RIT was gonna go.
Oh, right.
Online.
Yeah, that was like Thursday.
Yeah. So we got that Thursday night, and then all conversation shifted to that basically. But Joshim was saying how, with the way like degree requirements work, you are apparently like legally or something. You can't say you have to do a certain number of credit hours to actually get a degree in something. And apparently RIT's like degree programs are kind of on the low end as far as like how many credit hours are required for them to get their degrees here. And so by taking a week out of the schedule, that might fuck things up with like earning degrees like in an official capacity. And so I'm just really hoping that doesn't fuck up.
Change. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I got my offer from Lockheed, on the contingency that I graduate, on time and stuff, and I will still go through my classes for the rest of this semester and finish them and all that. But it's a question of, does the degree still count with this 1 week taken out or not? And I haven't looked like super into it personally to like back up what Joshim was saying about it, but if that's the case, then that's going to become really weird. I feel like they'd probably be understanding of the whole situation.
Yeah,
this is kind of extenuating circumstances and all that. Yeah. But we'll see. I guess I don't know. In the meantime, I guess I'm just gonna try not worry about it too much. Jacob is trying to make the best of it and wants to go on another fucking trip next week.
Just keep going, dude.
Just go somewhere else. But look, man.
Well, why do you need to be here?
Flight tickets gonna be super cheap. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
They're just gonna keep
Classes
going down.
online. Bring your computer.
Yeah, just go on the road. Hit up anywhere you want to. It's all open season now. But yeah, we'll see how things develop, I guess.
Oh my god.
I'm definitely
4 times.
I'm definitely gonna be streaming a lot more, I guess. I'll have more time to stream.
What else to do?
Yeah. I'll make the most of that on this end of things. And then that's the other thing is like a lot of people are leaving. Like I think Colin's going home. Getting called back by his parents. My parents haven't said anything along those lines to me, so I guess I'm fine to stay here. I might go home and visit now that I have much more easy ability to do so without having to show up for classes and stuff. Yeah. But I'm probably just gonna stay here just so my lease doesn't get wasted TM on not being here while I still have to pay for the lease and stuff like that. But
I mean, you're paying for it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So I might as well be here and to utilize it. But yeah, Colin's leaving. I don't know what Jack's still in Spain. And they're everything's fucking closed down. So they're just spending their last day of their spring vacation just locked inside their hotel or whatever.
Beautiful.
And their whole getting back to the U.S. for them is going to be a whole ordeal. Though they should be fine because the U.S. citizens should be exempt from the travel ban. Yeah, there's a big grace.
But yeah,
after that, who knows what their plans are for traveling and whatnot. So that, honestly, from my perspective, this is just fast forwarded this whole discussion I've had to have about what happens to horsing around after all this to really soon because things are occurring now. And yeah, I don't know exactly what I'll be doing. I guess my general thought towards it was just take it online for a while, just do an online weekly thing with people who wanted to come on, which is I guess just what this is. And then if more people ended up in the Syracuse area, I know Sam's going to be out there, at least for this summer, although he's going back to RIT for the fall. So if more people come out there, then I can start up a live cast at my place there. See how that would work out. But that's, wholly dependent on how the whole Syracuse situation in general works out.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Definitely want to keep streaming, though, I guess, is the main thing. And I will have the ability to do so. So that's key. I think I've got 3 housing apartment-like tour appointments set up in April. So that's going to be interesting. Looking at all those places. I've just been, I don't know. It's very, I need to learn how to talk, like multitask talking and playing games better, because I've just been walking around the same fucking room in my lair while I'm talking about all this shit. Not very entertaining visual content, but you know, doing what I can. I still need to work on making all these fucking ritual stones to perform the binding ritual. It takes a lot.
I have a binding ritual here.
Oh my god. Where are you?
I can just send you here.
I might be a little tempted by that. I have a apprentice level thing that I can use for the blaster. So if you'd be willing to send me, that would actually save me a shit ton of time.
Okay, alright. Just like trying to make a cleaver so I can get the Wither Skull heads easier, because I need to get 4 Nether stars to resurrect the Ender Dragon.
Oh fuck. That's what you're doing.
I already have 1. Yeah, I have 1. So I guess I only need 3 more.
Yeah. Karate Jones, Commander Root. Thanks for watching. We be vibing. Yeah, I don't know. Does the Apprentice Blood Orb need to be like filled with life essence for the binding ritual?
Well, you do need a certain amount of LP to activate the binding ritual.
Okay. Do you know?
Otherwise, you'll just die.
Okay.
It might be 5,000 or it might be 50,000. You also need a weak activation crystal.
A weak activation crystal.
Yeah, 5,000 LP.
Weak blood shard, weak blood orb, weak activation crystal. How do I make that? I need to get a lava crystal, a diamond. I just used the last of my diamonds. I fucking hate this.
Yeah, this resurrection thing also costs it more math 48 diamonds.
Could I store the 5,000 LP in this Apprentice Blood Orb, and then that would be used?
Well, so your LP is not stored in a blood orb; it's stored in your own like essence network.
My essence network.
It's your something network. So like whatever orb you're using stores it, right? Like, so you don't need to. It doesn't matter what orb you use; you just need to use an orb.
Okay. But I need the Apprentice Orb to transform into the blaster. The Essence Blaster or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, it's called
So you definitely have a Divination Sigil, right?
Yes.
If you just right-click not on a blood altar, it tells you how much essence is in your network.
Okay. Divination Sigil. I have 0 LP currently.
Yeah, so you can either just right-click with it and it'll put 200 in there, or you can put it in a blood altar and it will suck up all the blood in the altar and put that into the LP.
Okay.
The network.
Well, I have a shit ton of stuff in my blood altar right now that I was going to use to make more fucking slabs to turn into ritual stones, so I guess I can just fill it up with this bad boy. There we go.
So
I guess I'm just wondering if the blood orb that I'm using to put life essence into my network is also being used in the ritual. Does that affect things, or? But I guess not.
No.
Okay,
it's cool. Just. I mean, like, if you have like enough health, you could just. I mean, what's 5,000 divided by 200? I don't know.
500 divided by 20. 50 divided by 225. Right? Wait. 5,000 divided by 200.
That sounds right.
2 zeros from that, so 25. Yeah.
You probably don't have 25 hearts.
I do not currently.
So, but if you have,
I'd
10,
also need 26.
Yeah, to live.
Yeah, generally that's the vibe. While that's sucking that up, I'll go put out my fishing lures.
So I need 14 more gold, 12 more draconium. That just makes that 4 more draconium on top of that. I need to go to the nether, get more ardite from me.
Oof.
I just want to kill the ender dragon. All right, let me Tell me when you're ready to get picked up.
Let me put out this. Let me fill up the blood orb, and then let me. Okay, I have 9,070 LP now in my network, so that should be a good amount. I also, but I need to make the activation thing, and I need to get a diamond for that. So I'm gonna need to.
I mean, you can use mine. It's not consumed. Although I think I'm the owner of it, right? I don't know if that counts. I can loan you a
this
diamond.
the thing you were talking about?
Yep.
Tactics article.
So if anyone would like to check that out, you can.
It is now in the Twitch chat for public access. Please give me half of that and drop it into here. Okay, this is 5, this is 5, this is 4, this is 5, this is 4, 4, and 9. Okay, that's fine.
I know what I can do. Just do this. Wait, no, that goes to my home. I don't want to do that.
Now let me eat some fish.
Yeah, I have a diamond I can lend you.
Oh, sweet. Okay. And 3 buckets of lava that I can extract that easily. Just need to grab some stuff. Oh, hi.
Hello.
I heard the noise, just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Whomstitive.
Watch out.
I'm watching. Iron ingot. 3 buckets. Oh, thank you. Thank you for making all these lovely noises.
Mm-hmm.
Bop, 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 bop. Up, 3 buckets acquired. Put the divination sigil back in here. Alright. Reorder.
Resurrection.
Why is.
Okay.
There we go. Put the smooth stone back. Don't need that right now.
8, 12, 16.
Okay. Actually, I can just pull the lava from here. Damn.
I get mob souls.
Oh, okay. Alright, cool. I got my 3 buckets already. Alright, so I got that. I can probably just snipe some obsidian from about it. I could have sworn we had obsidian somewhere. We also have it right there. Like, I don't have a diamond pickaxe, so.
What do you need obsidian for?
To make the weak whatever.
Ah.
Weak activation crystal, which requires a weak blood orb, 2 glass, 2 obsidian, 3 lava buckets, and a diamond. Yeah. Also, gonna need. Oh fuck! I need a tier 3 blood altar. God damn it! You wouldn't have to have that, would you? Oh. King. Oh. Please deposit to me. I beg you. I beg you! Three of those. Oh, whoa, thank you. Just appeared in my inventory. I was like, what the fuck? Alright. 2 glass. 2 obsidian. Diamond. Okay, let's make this fucker. Lava bucket. Oh, I need a weak blood orb. Please hold. I have all those. Okay. Weak blood orb.
There's so many tiles in your base where mobs can spawn.
Yeah. Wait, how do you see that?
F7.
F7. Nope. That's just pressing 7. Obsidian. And lava crystal. Okay. I like that it doesn't destroy eat your blood orb by being part of the ritual. F7.
Oh, your buckets.
Ooh. Okay, that's good to know. Wait, is the red area where mobs can spawn?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just check real quickly. Okay, let's light this up a little bit. Light. Okay. Spawn. They can spawn here. Let's make them not
Tori has
spawn.
tombs everywhere.
That's just where we died.
No, I know.
I just died around here a lot. Turns out we're kind of bad at this game sometimes. It's a big honkin' mood, you know. Just being bad at video game. Do it anyways. Do they spawn down here? Question mark. They do. Don't spawn there. That should be nearby. Oh, never mind. They can spawn in this wall. We really need to pretty up this place, honestly. It's kind of a mess.
I also live in a hole in the ground. So.
Okay, I'm glad we're not the only ones.
And I'll just build a house. I started building one. I built it too big.
Okay, so I believe. All right, I have the lava crystal. I need a tier 3 ritual area, or binding, whatever. What the hell? Why are these here?
I threw this out.
Pulverized copper. Can you drop those?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you have a tier 3 ritual altar?
What altar? Yeah.
Yeah. May I use it, sir? Please.
Can you sneak?
Can I sneak?
Sneak.
Sleep. Yes, I can sleep.
No, not sleep. Sneak.
Sneep.
Sneak.
Sneak. Sneak?
Yeah.
Yes, I can sneak. Oh. Well, this is a lot. Wow, you really just went all in on this, didn't you?
I really didn't have anything else to do.
I guess that's fair. Would you be willing to donate 10,000 LP?
Asking a lot here, Murky.
I know.
Okay.
He's got the portal gun too.
Jesus, that's very loud installation music. Remember the 90s when installers had music?
Back in the good old days. Wait, it just disappeared.
What?
I put down a lava crystal and it just disappeared.
It looks like it's still in your hand.
Well, I put one down, I had 2.
Oh. So toss it to me. Maybe it's 'cause, like, I'm the owner or something.
Oh.
I don't know how it works.
That's possible. Is it on the altar for you?
No. It might just be like if you like click on it and you click again, it might still be there.
Let me try. Nope. There is nothing there. I think I just need to up my my blood altar, which is gonna be a fucking time. What do I need for tier 3? Also, I don't think any. Oh, this is a hidden. That's so cool.
Here.
How do you
Try,
do that?
Oh yeah, I meant to make that to where only I can pass, but I didn't really do that yet.
How do you...
There's shield blocks.
That's so cool.
Wait. So if you right click on that, see if that works.
If I click on to this thing?
Not on the altar, just right click on it, like in your hand.
What should be
mouse
happening?
over it, does it say you are the current owner?
It doesn't say anything. I'm right clicking and nothing's happening.
Well, no. If you mouse over it.
If I current owner, just an ENG. Yeah, it's owned by you. So here, take it back. I think I'm gonna have to put my own blood and sweat and tears in this, Justin.
All right. I mean, if you toss me like if you get another lava crystal and toss it to me, I can just put it in here.
Okay.
My opinion.
Toss. How much have you played this since I gave you the server info?
Not like a ton, but not none.
I like this amount. The amount of stuff you've made seems kind of fucking. Oh, okay. I just tried to grab it and then it. Oh, okay.
Here,
Okay. Now weak activation crystal. It doesn't say you own it, so I guess it's mine. New friend request. How do I? What?
If you can go to the friends GUI.
How do I go to the friends GUI?
Like open up your inventory. It's the 3 people at the near the top left.
Oh shit. Alright. You are now my friends.
You should be able to access the stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, you're...
Okay, so I have the weak activation crystal. I have the apprentice blood orb. And I have the LP. So now I just need to come here and drop the orb onto this? Or this isn't something can I use this for the binding ritual? I'm not exactly sure how this all works. I need to drop more time into researching all this blood magic bullshit. Do you know, Sir Justin? Also, it looks like you have areas where the mobs can spawn in your house. Oh, you're... Also, I'm stuck. Door's stuck. Door's stuck.
Please!
You are a genuine dick sucker! Oh, you've got your oreberry farm over there. Very nice, very nice. So Justin, can I use this blood altar? Does this also work as like a binding ritual area, or is that a separate setup?
It's separate. It's up here. How much LP do you have?
Huh?
How much LP?
I should have 5, more than 5,000. I think it said 9,000 in divination last. But I need to get my apprentice blood orb, so I'm gonna go home real quick to get that. Wait, what did you give me? Oh, goodbye. There. Okay. Go back upstairs. Oh, right, it doesn't fucking... What the hell happened here? Shit just blew up. Okay. Got my apprentice blood orb. It's all filled up with LP. Alright, and how would I get back to you, sir?
I'll grab you.
Bet.
Just a sec. It's snowing, so that's gonna get in the way of the ritual. It needs to not be doing that, but I didn't set up anything to change that yet. I mean, it's okay if all those snow blocks are there, but why? Do this.
March 2nd.
Where are you?
I am at my home.
Yeah, but where?
Right here.
Sneak.
Sneak. Whoa. Oh, shit. Alright.
Although if there's snow in the way, it can get in the way of the ritual.
I need to destroy the snow?
Well, if it's still snowing, then that snow can like have it in the middle of it. I don't know. I mean, you can try. I don't think it's guaranteed to get another ritual.
I guess. I just drop it on this middle thing?
Drop it on in the middle thing, and then you right click with the
This snow keeps spawning. I don't.
Believe.
Believe?
Believe.
Alright, Master Chief, I believe in you. I just clicked and it hurt me.
Well, you drop it on the thing, and then right click.
I can't. Like I click it, and it's not dropping. It's just sucking my life essence.
Well, no, you drop it like an item, like Q.
Oh, okay.
And then right click on the stone of the activation crystal.
Is that the one in the middle?
Well,
the right click.
the
Okay,
weak
weak
activation
crystals. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oops.
Well, you right click on the stone with that.
Okay. You feel a pull, but you are too weak to push any further.
Do you have enough LP?
I can get my. Do you have a divination thing on you that I could use?
Do it. Just toss it.
Okay. What?
Just toss the weak activation crystal.
Okay.
Actually, I have one anyway.
Oh. Ow! 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 Holy fuck! What the hell? Ow! Ow!
There it is.
Where? Oh my god. I have an energy blaster. It just looks like a orb in my hand, though. Does it look like a blaster to
Shift
you?
right click, and that activates it, I think.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Go ahead and shoot me.
What?
That went that way.
What is it? Oh, okay. It sometimes shoots out the particle effects. It's not... Why is it not shooting this way?
Right, I don't think you can shoot me right now.
Oh, okay. Let me try shooting this way. Yo, that's so cool!
Careful, it probably costs a good bit of LP.
It does. I don't know how to check. I don't know why it's letting me shoot it at all right now, though.
No,
I don't
while
even...
you probably should cost like 50 per shot or something like that. And while it's activated, it's probably actively draining some.
Oh, I
There you
see.
go.
Because it has a blood orb is like inside of it or something, and that's why I can switch between the two. Like,
All the bound like items work that way. Like you can activate them, and
oh,
you can
okay,
use them.
interesting.
Like I have like the bound like pickaxe and shovel, and like they work like a diamond pickaxe and shovel. Except if you right click with them, it mines out like a 10 by 10 area.
Okay, gotcha. Interesting.
But that costs like 50,000 LP.
Right. So I don't know why this is shooting anything. Because
You
I don't have
some
that much LP, do I?
Yeah, you probably have some.
I guess
It probably doesn't cost a lot. It probably costs like 50 per shot.
There. I know the bazooka takes something ridiculous like what you mentioned earlier. Let me check my divination. I have 8,580 LP. Okay.
So shoot and then see how much you have left.
All right. Let me step outside. 8,280. And let me do one more time just to... Okay, so it takes 200 LP for each shot. Good to know. Good to know. And now I just need to... What? Get that fucking high level ass... Archmage's Blood Orb. Okay.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
As well as 2 Crepitos.
Yeah, the alchemy stuff.
Alchemy. Oh god damn it.
But you're gonna need a tier 5 altar and a demon blood shard for the Archmage orb.
Oh, lovely.
That's
yeah,
expensive.
I have my work out. Even with your assistance, I still have my work cut out for me. This is gonna be...
a tier 5 altar costs 4 beacons.
What the fuck are beacons?
Like the things that cause nether stars to make from Minecraft.
What?
As well as like a ton of runes, takes up a lot of space.
Oh my God.
And a demon blood shard is pretty hard to get because like the demons are basically like the bosses of blood magic.
Oh God.
Like, I've just kind of stopped at tier 4 for now.
Okay. Well, I have plenty to do. It's fucking 1:42 now. I think I might cut the stream for now, and then maybe I'll be on later today. I think I didn't even fucking do anything. I just sat there for a while, setting up the stream, got our fucking beds blown up, then fucking mined for a while.
Yeah, the bazooka costs 20,000 LP to fire. The primary thing explodes into 20 secondary projectiles.
Holy shit!
That explode.
That sounds so cool, but this is gonna be.
It throws you back 6 blocks when you shoot it.
This is gonna be such a fucking arduous task. Sounds like a fucking BFG.
It's
basically.
Good to have goals.
Yeah, no, that's basically what I thought. I was just like, that is a thing I want to get. That is my goal for this world, I guess, is to have that and be able to use it effectively. So, here we are.
I'm gonna go.
Okay. Anyways, thanks for watching, y'all. This has been an interesting time, but yeah, we'll see how the future of this whole horsing around thing works out. I'd like to host weekly sessions if possible. At the very least, I'm gonna be streaming other stuff in the meantime, but yeah, keep following. Tell others to hit this up, and see ya.
See ya.
Stopped.